Hello, I'm General Mark Milley, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, here with Holly Ann, my lovely wife of 35 years and a registered nurse.
Together we are here to celebrate Military Spouse Appreciation Day by personally thanking military spouses around the world, all of whom contribute to America's military readiness each day. We also want to recognize the finalists from each service for the Military Spouse of the Year Award.
More than 2.3 million active duty, reserve, and National Guard troops serve in uniform today around the globe. But there are more than 2.7 million military family members serving beside us. It is the commitment of these individual families, not just our troops, that protects our national family, the American people. Our military families face unique challenges, but they always demonstrate resilience and inner strength that is unique in today's world. One of the great strengths of our nation is our uniformed military, and the strength of our military is our family, and the strength of our family is our spouse. The core of this strength is the nearly 1 million military spouses working tirelessly behind the scenes. Many of them do this while continuing to excel in their own careers, like nursing.
Military spouses cultivate and nurture physical and emotional wellness in the entire family. Not only are we focused on the daily routines of loved ones, we often manage the demands of our own careers, personal pursuits, and support to our communities. Spouses ensure that our modern military families, the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen they support, are ready.
Holly Ann and I are so proud of the work military spouses do within the family unit, the military unit, and the communities they are part of. This year's 2020 Military Spouse of the Year branch winners are shining examples of this work.
After a lengthy selection process, the 6 finalists were selected from 575 nominees from 116 installations, bases, camps, and stations around the world. Here are the 6 finalists. David Carrera, a Navy spouse stationed in Okinawa, Japan, who helps with orphanages in the local community and works to reduce challenges for male spouses.
Bree Carroll, an Air Force spouse out of Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana, who raised more than $8,000 for the Warrior Network as a volunteer to support airmen in times of crisis.
Yvonne Coombs, an Army spouse at Fort Carson, Colorado, who co-founded the national nonprofit Operation Deploy Your Dress to make it easier for troops and spouses to enjoy a night together at their military ball.
Here in the D.C. metro area, Paulette Fryer, a Coast Guard spouse who served on the Scholarship Fundraising Committee at Fort Belvoir, raising more than $20,000 to cover education expenses for military spouses and their children.
Arlene Allen, a Marine spouse stationed in Hawaii, who volunteers in client services and social media at the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society.
And then there is Christy Reed, a Mississippi Air National Guard spouse who organizes deployment send-offs, homecomings, and military spouse mentor groups. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Each of these remarkable spouses has gone the extra mile to support the health, safety, and welfare of their families and local communities, a task which is absolutely vital to our military remaining the strongest in the world.
Everyone knows that family readiness is military readiness. When our military families have a high quality of life and know their needs are met, then their service member is free to focus on the mission to secure our great nation.
Congratulations to all of the finalists and the many nominees. And thank you to all the military spouses worldwide for continuing to say yes to this challenging yet rewarding military lifestyle. Thank you for your commitment and selfless service.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the 2020 Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year Award. We're doing things a little bit differently this year, given the situation. And I hope by doing this live broadcast, it offers the opportunity for us to celebrate these wonderful military spouses with those beyond our community. Since 2008, we've been proud to empower military spouses through this program, allowing them to be recognized leaders in their ranks. We've been honored to be able to celebrate military spouses from bases around the world. across every branch of military and every walk of life. It's the high point of our year, and for me personally, every year, to give this much deserved recognition to all of those who are making a difference in their community. Now, I'd like to introduce you to the Chairman of Armed Forces Insurance, Lieutenant General Sid Clark, United States Air Force, retired. General Clark?
Thank you all for joining us. As Chairman of the Board for Armed Forces Insurance, it is our belief to serve those who have served our country, and our mission today and every day is you. The focus is on servitude and uplifting others. It is exemplified perfectly through the Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year program. It is our pleasure to honor those who share our belief in service. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to our branch winners. Your Army winner, Yvonne Coombs. As co-founder and CEO of Operation Deploy Your Dress, Yvonne has made a path for many young couples to take part in the tradition and camaraderie of military balls. Her nonprofit organization has given away over 11,000 dresses to help reduce the costs associated with attending formal events, as well as building a community of people who encourage, support, and build friendships with one another. A mother of two sons, Yvonne had a tumultuous year in 2019 when during her husband's deployment, her oldest son fought a difficult battle with testicular cancer. Not long after, her youngest son broke his arm and fought a severe bone infection that eventually led to sepsis, making her and her husband face the possibility of losing a son for the second time in a year. These experiences led to her believing in the power of asking for help from your community, and she has involved herself in many outreach programs, such as family outreach groups and testicular cancer awareness groups. Congratulations, Yvonne, on all the good work that you've done in the Army community.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria McConville. It is my great honor to congratulate Yvonne Coombs, the 2020 Armed Forces Insurance Army Spouse of the Year. Yvonne, I know firsthand of your love and dedication to your personal family and to your military family. You have always bloomed where you were planted, and not only bloomed, but flourished with vibrant colors. Your Together We Will spirit helped create the Operation Deploy Your Dress organization, which is a grand success. You can proudly say, together, we did it. Congratulations again, Yvonne. You have deeply impacted an army of people. Keep letting your light shine.
Thank you, Mrs. McConnell. And now, our Marine Corps winner, Arlene Allen. With her involvement in every volunteer organization she can find, Arlene has earned the reputation of every positive stereotype you've ever heard in her community. When Arlene started volunteering, she says it changed her life, and her mission is to involve more people in the gift of giving to see the same change in their own lives. Her involvement in Stroller Warriors, Navy Marine Corps Relief Society, Families Overcoming Under Stress, Military Mothers of Preschoolers, Marine Corps Community Services, and many other volunteer organizations has given her an encyclopedic knowledge of where to point people when they are looking for help or to help others. Arlene co-founded the Kaneohe Bay chapter of Stroller Warriors, which has since grown to over 1,000 members. She continues to serve in an advisory role with her current chapter coordinator. Her mission has been to foster a desire to serve in her community, and she has led by example on both the large and small scale, raising up leaders on the way. Congratulations, Arlene.
Hi, I'm Donna Berger. It is with great pleasure that I congratulate Arlene Allen, the Armed Forces Insurance Marine Spouse of the Year. Arlene, my husband and I are so proud of all that you do to support military families. Thank you for your mentorship, your leadership, and for the precious time that you give so freely to your military community. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Berger. Our Navy winner, David Carrera. His mission is to create a support network for those that normal military spouse programs may not cater to, the male military spouse. Stationed in Okinawa, Japan, David, a longtime television producer, put his career on hold when he met his wife. Since, he is committed to using his skill set to be a wealth of information and encouragement for those at overseas duty stations. His YouTube channel and social media presence are focused on adventuring in Japan, helping to show other military spouses the opportunities for exploration and discovery in this new place. David serves as a PTO volunteer for his son's school, and helps to raise funds for Help Oki, a nonprofit that serves orphanages and women's shelters in Okinawa. His involvement in a group called Man Independent has given him the opportunity to help others with PCS moves, securing work, or giving vital emotional support. David focuses on celebrating the strong women of the armed forces and the men that follow them on that journey, where country comes first. He hopes to continue to make connections for the male military spouses that serve with their families.
On behalf of the entire Navy community, I want to congratulate David Carrera for being named the 2020 Navy Spouse of the Year. David, I understand you're doing some amazing work out there to support your community, and I offer my heartfelt congratulations to you and your family.
Thank you, Mrs. Gilday. And now, Air Force winner Bree Carroll. Her journey started at Barksdale Air Force Base, volunteering with booster clubs and 5K fundraisers. Soon she became a key spouse for the 20th Bomb Squadron and the Spouses Club president. She also raised $5,000 for the Epilepsy Alliance Louisiana chapter after a fellow military spouse shared with her that she had been diagnosed with epilepsy. Within her military community, she saw problem areas that impact all military families at some point, from divorces to suicides, and knew that she was called to address these challenges. She began to volunteer on staff with the Warrior Network and launched the Hearts and Stripes Initiative, a community and podcast that focuses on the importance of building and maintaining strong marriages within the military community. Noticing the focus of most resources on dealing individually with the service member or their spouse, Bree's intent on establishing proactive, resolution-based resources for couples to turn to in times of struggle. She believes that the strength of the military family is directly correlated with the strength of the military marriage, and her mission is to reinforce those bonds.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dawn Goldfein, spouse of the Air Force Chief of Staff. I'd like to take a moment and congratulate Bree Carroll as the 2020 Armed Forces Insurance Air Force Spouse of the Year. Congratulations, Bree. We are so proud of you. Thank you for your passion, advocacy, mentorship, volunteerism, and your heart for our military spouses and their families.
Thank you, Mrs. Goldfein. And now, our Coast Guard winner, Paulette Fryer. A mother of 4 boys and a military spouse of 16 years, Paulette is a champion of bringing people together. While stationed in Seattle, Washington, she volunteered with Pac Northwest Coast Guard Spouses Club as a connector of spouses. Paulette's involvement extends to a multitude of different initiatives, from the Holiday Project for local underprivileged families to the Scholarship Fundraising Committee at Fort Belvoir from 2017 to 2019, where she and her team raised over $20,000 in 2019 alone. Paulette was appointed as an ambassador for the Joint Armed Forces Washington Committee in 2018 and 2020. In 2019, during the government shutdown, which affected countless military families, Paulette identified and distributed assistance in the form of food and necessities to Coast Guard families in need. Currently, Paulette volunteers as a mentor mom at the Fort Belvoir Chapel in the Military Moms of Preschoolers program. Her passion is to make sure that no young military mom feels alone, and has led to her serving on the executive board of the Coast Guard Spouses Club. For Paulette, there's nothing more fulfilling than investing into these young mothers and providing encouragement.
Hello everyone, my name is Dawn Schultz, and it's with great pleasure that I congratulate Paulette Fryer, the 2020 Armed Forces Insurance Coast Guard Spouse of the Year. I know Paulette, and Paulette is a mentor, she's a connector, and she's a supporter of Coast Guard families and the military community. Thank you, Paulette, for your work with mothers of preschoolers, for serving on our Coast Guard Spouse Club boards, and for being a business leader employing many military spouses. Your compassion for helping others is an inspiration for all of us. Congratulations. We're so proud and excited for you. Thanks for all you do. Semper Paratus.
Thank you, Mrs. Schultz. And now, our National Guard winner, Christy Reed. A military spouse of 25 years and the mother of 4 children, Christy is a longtime advocate for making connections in her community. Her husband serves as a pilot and maintenance group commander in the 186 Air Refueling Wing in Meridian, Mississippi. Her daughter serves in the Aeromedical Evacuation Squadron at the 172nd Airlift Wing in Jackson, Mississippi. Throughout her time supporting her spouse, and now her daughter in their military careers, Christy has found that mentorships have had the most profound impact on her ability to stay strong for her family. She believes strongly that we should not only support and encourage our spouses, but also the parents and family members who help raise the new recruits that are just beginning their military career. As the National Guard branch mentor for the Military Spouse Advocacy Network, she actively participates in their new spouse forums, attends webinars, and tribe building events. A firm advocate for providing our military families with the tools they need to be successful during their time in the military, Christy is focused on collaborating with spouses and recruiters to establish and expand mentorships and support systems across the board.
Hey everybody, I'm Sally Langell and I'm here to congratulate Christy Reed on her selection as the 2020 Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year for the National Guard. Christy, I'm so proud of you for everything that you've done for military families. You're joining an exclusive group of people who are some of the most amazing and inspiring men and women that I've ever met. 2020 is a year like none other we've ever seen all over the world. We've seen our National Guardsmen on the front lines of this battle, and their families are going to need tremendous support. I know that you have the empathy, the energy, and the ingenuity that it's going to take to meet these challenges. Christy, on behalf of myself, on behalf of the Chief of the National Guard Bureau, and on behalf of all the men and women of the National Guard, I wish you a heartfelt congratulations and thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you, Mrs. Langell. I'd like to thank our service chief spouses on behalf of Armed Forces Insurance. You have our sincere gratitude for support in serving our communities.
Good afternoon. I want to begin by giving thanks for being named the 2019 Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year. It's been a great honor as I've been able to connect with many military spouses across the many branches of the United States military that are doing great things within their community. As my year draws to a close, I cannot help but to reflect on the things that I've learned and experienced this year. With the title, I've been extended invitations to meet and speak with people regarding my mission of being a volunteer. I've also been able to promote my passion of heart health with my initiative, Military Heart Matters, through the American Heart Association. My Marine Corps family has embraced and celebrated this title with my loved ones and I. Many connections I've made over the year have stepped forward with congratulations and opportunities, and I'm so happy to have rekindled friendships that have distanced over the time. It's the time of reflection that is important to me, that this title has never been about personal gain or leverage or profit. It's about making a difference in the lives of those around me, celebrating the unique qualities of our military lifestyle, and giving back to our community. I was able to reach more people and spread the love by shining the light on spouses who are selfishly, quietly doing so much for others. This has truly been the highlight of my year. I will always remember the opportunities and experiences that AFI gave to my family. I also want to thank my wonderful husband, Javier, and my 3 children, Diego, Alex, and Nellie, for your continuing love and support and always being patient with me. In closing, I offer you this advice. Always be true to yourself and remember who you are and how you got here. Stay true to your causes, your goals, and remember why you are where you are today. Each of you has something to give to this community, and I wish you an absolutely amazing year.
Thank you, Holly. And thank you to all the branch and base winners for their important and meaningful work around the world. Not just this year, but every year.
Hi, my name is Susie Schwartz, and I want to welcome you all to the Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year program. It has been my privilege to be part of this wonderful program for many years. First, when my husband was still active duty, and now in retirement, I still continue to love supporting, cheering for, and getting to know each and every one of you. Congratulations all. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful year. I know it's not starting out quite the way you'd wish for, but you can still have wonderful opportunities, delight in this community, and most of all, please remember, be kind to one another. You are the best, and you represent military spouses around the world. Take care.
This program is about celebrating those who go above and beyond, and it's amazing to see how these individuals have impacted each of their corners of the world. In addition to the popular vote, the judges panel scored each winner on the following criteria: level of involvement in the military community, leadership skills, community building through a platform of advocacy, ability to communicate effectively in public settings, and finally, a compelling story that inspires others and is interesting to others outside of the military community. And now, it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. There were so many amazing candidates this year, and while there can only be one overall winner, remember, you are all winners, and you do make a difference. So, without any further ado, it's time. The 2020 Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year is Paulette Fryer, United States Coast Guard. Congratulations! We are so proud to have you representing not only military spouses around the world, but also Armed Forces Insurance in this wonderful program.
I am honored and privileged to be named the very first Coast Guard spouse to be the Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year. We are experiencing unprecedented times right now, and though we are not able to gather in person, I stand side by side with my fellow branch winners, truly humbled with the work each has done in their communities and extremely excited for what we will accomplish in the coming months together. A special thank you to Armed Forces Insurance for believing in military spouses and providing this opportunity to network, to share our talents, and to connect military spouses in our communities. My motto is #TogetherWeAreStronger, and I'm so honored to share this moment with Bree, David, Yvonne, Christy, Arlene, the 116 base winners, and the over 1 million military spouses worldwide. This award is for all of us, and I will do my best to represent our community well. Lastly, I want to say to each military spouse that's watching tonight, in your world, you are the Military Spouse of the Year. Be proud of who you are and what you do, because you are truly amazing. Tonight we celebrate you. I thank you for the opportunity to support and to represent our community in 2020. Thank you.
Wow, what an exciting time. This year has definitely been a different kind of experience. But that's what we military spouses are made for. We see challenges and we turn them into opportunities. That's what this year will be, and I'm sure that Paulette will mentor and lead us through. I just want to encourage all of you to tell you that no matter what else 2020 throws at us, we are stronger together. Keep up the acts of service. Keep reaching out to others and include them in everything that you're doing. Build your communities and make sure that you show your appreciation for those who are doing good around you. That's the purpose of this program, to show that not only can it be done, but it can enrich the lives of those who do it. Thank you all for your unwavering dedication to your service members, your country, and your families. And thank you to everyone who nominated these wonderful military spouses. Remember to follow along with AFI and the MSOY program all year to see what these incredible people are doing in their communities. Thank you for watching.